Welcome to legendary video. Yes, legendary because I wanna say thank you to everybody who support this channel. And this is the fixed video from the last time, so thanks to everybody who joined the topic and helped me get this together. But this video will help you in the future with matrices and prove me when you finish the watch that I am wrong. Let me explain a few things, so don't skip the intro and enjoy. To help you decide which matrix is future-proof and is good to invest for the future build, we'll be using this. For who matrix is, what is the role for matrix, rotate, what I mean by that, if we can rotate between weapons and keep the buffs in the team with your main element, the pure one element team, so 3 the same elements, or the team where you have at least same 2 elements. So 2 same and 1 different. And last, rainbow team. So what I mean, if we can rotate between weapons in different elements and keep the buffs. Same like rotate, but must be 3 different elements. I hope I explained it well, and feel free to join the topic in the comments below if you think different way. Keep in mind, these new matrices in CN which are not released in the global may be different, they may change the numbers, but I'm pretty sure they will keep the mechanic, and this new background effect, it will stay for sure in the global, could be a little bit different with some stats. The order matrices will be from the newest from CN to the first which we got in the global, which is Nemesis. And skippers the intro, welcome in, let's go. Number 1 on the list, Volt Kitty Fenrir. For piece, we need to do Volt damage to activate the buff, 10 seconds buff. Very strong 4-piece matrices for any Volt team. Designed for main DPS, rotate is easy. Anyone in the Volt team doing the Volt damage will stack the buff. Rainbow team, it's possible, but buff is at 10 seconds and need other matrices with long duration to work. Still, this is hard rotation for mixed elements and may not have all-time buff active. This matrix have a background effect. You can put this matrix on everyone. Especially if you don't have a full set background effect on every weapon, put matrix on the support or healer unit and give your best standard matrix to your main DPS. For the 2-piece, this is just 2.0 crow matrices, no joke, this matrices is 100% no skip, you can put on everyone, good for the crit build, needs some help with the crit rate, but the most important, matrix work all the time, pure main 1 element or rainbow team, this matrix just for you. Recommendation for everyone, for verdict, both matrices are future proof and really good. Free to player, I 100% recommend. Safe for 2-piece, easy to play, and for everyone. Volt main, this 4-piece is very strong, just saying. Next one we have a Umi, 4-piece for everyone. We need equip 2 physical weapons to activate the buff. Main DPS, once we activate we have a buff all time, so if you play not fully physical comp, 3rd unit can benefit too. These matrices don't work on the rainbow team. Recommendation, team where you have a 2 strong physical DPS and no need put this matrix on your DPS unit. For the 2-piece, for everyone, need to do physical damage to activate. Main DPS, 3 physical in team easy, 2 moderate. Rainbow team super hard, you have only 3 seconds buff and there is no way you can keep the buff between other weapons. That's why I put here very hard, because in the future we may have units that they have a new mechanic that can keep the buff or give longer duration of the buff, so that's what I put very hard, but for now there is not good synergy for rainbow. For the recommendation, you can put on everyone in the team, but this matrix is recommended at least 2 physical units because of the short 3-second buff duration. Verdict, both matrices are good, but only for physical teams. Next one is for Frost Enjoyers, Alice. To activate 4-piece, we need discharge with a specific weapon, and that weapon is Alice. For everyone, main DPS, For rotation, I give moderate. One of the best synergy you can find with this matrix is Saki, Lin and Alice, but that combination and having 4-piece set matrix is very expensive. And thanks to 18 seconds buff, this matrix is decent for Rainbow team. Recommended to put on everyone in the Alice team. And who is a Frost? Because 2-piece don't have a background effect, and to get full buff we need Frost weapon. For the 2-piece and to activate you need to switch to this weapon. Can be for everyone, but to get full buff need to be Frost weapon. Main DPS. This 2-piece don't have a background effect, so we can only trigger the buff on the weapon where is Matrix. Once triggered, we can get persist buff and we can rotate as long as the buff has duration. Buff is 18 seconds, so easy to rotate in the Frost team. Rainbow moderate and other elements weapons won't benefit 5% Frost damage. Recommended to any Frost weapons. For the verdict, 4-piece it's really strong, but only future proof for Alice teams. 2-piece can be future proof for the Frost teams, and even though without background effect, 18 seconds persist buff can rotate easy in the Frost team. Not really good for Rainbow. Next one is Annabelle. For everyone, but we need 2 flame in the team. Main DPS with good crit build. All-time buff, so no worry to rotate, but we cannot play with Rainbow team. Recommended in the team where you have a 2 strong flame DPS and no need put this matrix on your DPS unit. To activate 2-piece we just need to use flame weapon, but you can put this on everyone thanks to background effect. Main DPS, buff is 30 seconds, so it's very easy to rotate, plus we can use this matrix on the Rainbow team. Recommended to everyone. No need put this matrix on your main DPS, but team need at least 1 flame unit. Verdict, both matrices are good, definitely recommend if you're going for the flame team. 4-piece only flame proof, and 2-piece it's really good. This is the second place on my list. I would recommend for anybody, and especially for free-to-player, future proof for flame team and not only. Next one we have a spare boy, Tian Lang. To activate 4-piece we need to use Volt weapon with the skill or discharge. For everyone, main DPS we have a 15 seconds for buff, so moderate. Buff give us the Volt damage, so we cannot rotate in the Rainbow team since the other elements won't get any bonus damage. Recommended for Volt team where you have at least 2 Volt units who have a short skill duration, and thanks to the background effect we don't need to put matrix on the main DPS. For 2-piece we just need to do Volt damage, but it's RNG 40% to trigger. For everyone, main DPS, in this matrix it's better to use unit who have a burst DPS, who can hit targets fast and many times. On the Volt team easy to rotate, but same like 4-piece we cannot rotate in the Rainbow team. Good for the team where you have at least 2 Volt units with the fast attacks, and thanks to the background effect we don't need to put matrix on the main DPS. Verdict, 2 matrices are future proof for Volt team only, but they very strong. If you really enjoy play Volt team, definitely go for these matrices. If you consider playing different element in the future, then skip. My opinion for free to player is better skip and save for Fenrir. Next on the list is Lyras. 4-piece we need to do physical damage to activate buff for any physical unit, fast DPS and support. No background effect, so we can only trigger the buff on the weapon where is Matrix. Once triggered we can get persist buff, but the buff is only 5 seconds, so it's hard to rotate in physical team, and we cannot play in the Rainbow team since bonus buff is for physical damage. This 4-piece is very strong and no background effect and have a low duration of the buff. It's recommended to put on your main physical DPS. To activate 2-piece, we just need to use weapon where is a matrix equipped. We can use on everyone, DPS heal. Once again, we don't have a background effect and this matrix have a constant buff. To give you example, same like 2-piece Crow or 2-piece Shiro, it's only active when we using the weapon where is matrix. So we cannot rotate for any teams. Good for unit who can do the damage and can heal. Verdict, both matrices don't have a background effect. 4-piece it's really strong, but 5-second persistent buff it's not really great and only good for one main DPS. 2-piece is okay, but in my opinion it's better skip these two matrices and save for Yumi matrices. Now we have our Mami Lin. To activate 4-piece, we need to travel in Moonline Realm. For everyone, sub DPS, we have a 15 seconds buff and A6 have an option 2 skills, so we can rotate very easy. For A3 we still have a 20 seconds duration, so moderate. This matrices is very good and we can use on the Rainbow team as well. Thanks to the background effect, we can use on everyone in the Lin team. 2-piece we get buff after attack, we can use on everyone, fast DPS. No background effect, so we can only trigger the buff on the weapon where is matrix. Once triggered, we can get persist buff and we can rotate as long as the buff has duration. Buff have 18 seconds, so easy for any team. This matrix you can put on everyone. Verdict, 4-piece is really strong and future-proof, but only for Lin teams. 2-piece is good enough, but I will not go only for 2-piece. Free-to-player skip, even low spender, better save on the future matrices. Shaki this time. To activate 4-piece, we need attack target 10 times. For everyone, main fast DPS. We have a background effect, so we can rotate between weapons, moderate. Mark target will receive more frost damage, so it's not good for Rainbow team, since other elements won't get benefit. Team where you have 2 frost units at least, and thanks to the background effect, good on sub DPS or support unit. For 2-piece, to activate the buff, we need 2 frost units. To activate frost resonance. For everyone, DPS support. For frost team, rotate very easy, but once again, buff is for frost units, so we cannot rotate in Rainbow team. Team where you have 2 frost units at least, and thanks to the background effect, good on sub DPS or support unit. Verdict, 2 matrices are future proof thanks to background effect, but only for the frost teams. Next on the list, Ruby. 4-piece. After weapon skill, we activate the buff. For everyone, main DPS. No background effect, so we can only trigger the buff on the weapon where is matrix. Once triggered, we can get persist buff and we can rotate as long as the buff has duration. It's 15 seconds and we still need to attack few times before we get full stacks, so moderate. Buff increase flame damage, so not good for Rainbow. For everyone in the team where you have at least 2 flame units. Her 2-piece work same, we activate by using weapon skill. For everyone, main DPS, same like 4-piece, no background effect, but we can activate persist buff for 25 seconds and we can easy rotate in the flame team, but buff is for flame attack, so no Rainbow team. For everyone in the team where you have at least 2 flame units. Verdict, 4-piece in my opinion is no future proof. I'm not saying it's a skip, it's good for now for the flame teams. 15 seconds persist buff is decent, but for long term there will be better options. 2-piece is a flame future proof, 25 seconds make really good and easy to rotate. Next one we have a Mami Freak. To activate 4-piece, we need to have weapon Balmung, and for that we need the Freak, main DPS. Good news, but only for Freak mains. this matrix don't have a background effect, but this matrix is unique because you activate the blizzard effect in the frost domain, and that do DOT, damage over time, and we can use this matrix to rotate in the frost team or rainbow team, but you are forced to play with the freak. For 2-piece, you activate by switching between frost weapons, so we need at least 2 frost units. Main DPS. If you fully frost team, then it's easy to rotate between weapons to keep the buff, and we cannot rotate in the rainbow team since we need 2 frost weapons to activate the buff. We have a background effect, so put this matrix on the sub DPS or sub unit and give your other matrix with no background effect to your main DPS. Verdict: both matrices are good enough because can work in the background, and there is good news for the frost team that if you skip matrices, freak will hit the standard pool and it's good to get them. 2 matrices are future proof, and 2-piece is really good if you play in frost team. Cobalt B, we can use on everyone. Main DPS, no background effect, so we can only apply burn buff on the weapon where is matrix. For a second, damage over time is not enough and is very hard for any team. This matrix can be good when your other units in the team will have a background effect, and you can put this on the main DPS. Or you can put on the one of your Vault team with lean, so you can spam dodge attacks like crazy. 2-piece for everyone. Main DPS. Once again, we don't have a background effect, and this matrix have a constant buff. It's only active when we using the weapon where is matrix, so we cannot rotate for any teams. This matrix can be good when your other units in the team will have a background effect, and you can put this on the main DPS. Verdict: on my list they are not future proof, although this 4-piece and restore dodge on the Vault team with lean could be fun, so you may get this 4-piece when she will hit the standard. Next one is a buff and the buff. That must be Claudia. 4-piece, we need to use weapon skill. For everyone, DPS support. The first part of the matrix can reduce CD cooldown on the weapon skill and different weapons too. And this is the constant buff, so we can only reduce CD on that weapon where is matrix. Same goes to the second part of the matrix, but this is persist buff. Once triggered, we can rotate as long as the buff has remaining. So we can carry over 15-second boost damage of discharge for any other weapons in team. Good for support units who have a low skill CD, so can reduce your main DPS skills and boost discharge and buff your team. 2-piece, we need to hit the target when we are in the air. Everyone, main DPS. This matrix have a constant buff. It's only active when we using the weapon where is matrix, so we cannot rotate for any teams. Good on helicopter Samir like a lean. That's why for PC Claudia is really good on the lean. She can easily benefit from the both. Or you can always jump plus discharge or skill to trigger 2-piece. Verdict: 4-piece don't have a background effect, but 4-piece matrix is really strong. This matrix is no skip on my list when she hit standard banner. Reducing CD mechanic can be very strong, and on my list this is future proof. If you wanna go only for 2-piece, that's the skip. For the last, we have a Nemesis. To activate 4-piece, you need to heal the target or electrode. Vault heal, support. We don't have a background effect, but this matrix is unique after you activate the charge of the lighting, but keep in mind, must be the same weapon what matrix, so could possibly rotate between different weapons. That's why it's recommended to play Vault healer or maybe Vault DPS healer in the future, since we need a heal to activate and that damage depends on your Vault attack. So right now I think the best is the Nemesis. 2-piece, we need a heal to activate the buff to support your teammates. for any healer, support Volt team. No background effect, so we can only trigger the buff on the weapon Where is Matrix. Once triggered, we can get persist buff, and we can rotate as long as the buff has duration. Buff have 20 seconds, so easy for any team. Good on any support who can heal. We don't have many support matrices and there is no future proof, but I do recommend this matrices is good to pull when Nemesis will hit the standard pull for any healers and support units. A recommended special voucher good to pull where you aiming get 4-piece or 2-piece and avoid loose overclocking chips if unlucky, since we know they will turn to the base chip after banner is gone. You only do 80 or 160 for 2-piece. First one is gamble, so do on your own risk. We need to win at least one of the 50-50 from 2 PT. 160 is guarantee from the shop. And we do 160 or 240 for 4-piece. Again, the first one can be risky. We need to win 2 of the 4 50-50. And for 240, we need to win one of the 6 from 50-50. So very low risk, but surely we can win at least one from 6 50-50. Up to you if you wanna follow this recommendation, this is how I do. Another thing to mention, save your base chips for the future generation matrices. Very important, sooner or later some units will go to the standard pool. And some of them is good to pull because they have a background effect. And here is the good news, you don't need a copy to buy from shop. Global may be different, but we have a fast banners and barely we can hold. They know that this will ruin player experience. So 99.9 confirm. Special vouchers is a must save and pull only on the new generation matrices with the background effect and find best synergy for your team. That's all for this video. So did I prove that this video will help you in the future? Point of this video is save and invest on the matrices which have a background effect. Ask me any question and tell me what do you think. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.
那么，演出开